The WWE 2K24 roster has to be the biggest roster that the game franchise has ever given us. This freshens it up, it gives us more scope to play with the various superstars, past and present, but it also creates an opportunity for us to have storylines and imitate real world events using every possible superstar that is on the active roster. Before we go any further though, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on today's video, and of course, get your comments down below. We want to know what one superstar is a must-have for you in WWE 2K24. Get it down in the comments section. So, without further ado, we are going to have a look online together about some of the superstars that will be making a return or have their debut in WWE 2K24. Yes, we know we've lost superstars like Matt Riddle, who was fired earlier on in the year, and we hope to have Bray Wyatt. I think it would be very, very emotive if they were to remove him because he's no longer with us. God bless his soul. But it's going to be a very interesting realm of what they do with him because he is going to be a big, big superstar. There were rumors that they were going to make the showcase actually about him. But let's head online and let's go and have a look at some of the superstars that will be making a return to WWE 2K24. The first of which is going to be Nia Jax. She returned at the Royal Rumble and has featured fairly recently on the WWE TV shows. She's a drip-fed diva within the WWE universe. She's actually a former champion, and I know the larger-than-life superstar is going to be in this year's game. Hopefully straight off the bat, not via any unlockable content. Bronson Reed, a superstar that has featured heavily on WWE TV recently. A mod was made last year, but we hope to have him actually officially in this year's edition of the game. Carlito has made a resurgence back within WWE, and the Mexican superstar, of course, will be in this year's edition of the game. He was DLC last year, I believe, but I reckon we're going to get him from the very first day that we get our hands on 2K24. Chelsea Green, a massively popular superstar, and I think if she's not in the game, we riot, right? Right, that's good. Dragon Lee, one of the cruiserweights that is just technically gifted, a superstar that we indeed will love to go and see, and just an exciting superstar. One of the biggest ones, Jade Cargill, all the way from AEW, the first real powerhouse to come from AEW into the WWE. We've seen the likes of Edge, who will no longer be in WWE 2K games because he's crossed over to AEW. And obviously various other superstars head on over towards AEW. We got Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, Christian, who was formerly with WWE. But this is the real hard-hitting one that comes from AEW over to WWE. Obviously, Cody Rhodes, who I'd forgotten for a second there, but he will be obviously one of the biggest, if not the biggest, returnee to WWE, leaving from AEW. Kairi Sane has recently, as of the last pay-per-view, returned to WWE, so expect her to arrive probably via DLC because the scanning has probably already taken place for the superstars that will be available to us on the very first day of the WWE 2K24 game. Lyra Valkyrie, and we will speak about the NXT talents a little bit further on in today's video because we're going to go and have a look at the NXT superstars that we expect to see in the game. We need to see a bigger NXT roster. I don't know why it's taken so long to get the biggest NXT roster in a game. If you know, let me know. Maybe it's licensing, maybe it's the fact that they're a lot younger, maybe it's the fact that there's space that needs to be saved on the disc for the game. So it'll be an interesting one, but hopefully we can figure it out together in the comments section. Maxine Dupree, a definitely needs to be in the game. An up-and-coming superstar that the fans have definitely taken to their hearts. Formerly known as LA Knight's sister. Yeah, it was all very odd and awkward, but she's now found her feet alongside Otis and yeah, doing really, really well. Nia Jax, we've spoken about. Odyssey Jones, an NXT superstar that, again, we would love to see in the game. Pat McAfee, just for shits and giggles, would be good fun to have in the game. And imagine the storylines that you could have with Pat McAfee. Perhaps even having him on commentary would be awesome as well. And Sanga, a superstar plying his trade in NXT. Good superstar, would be good to have him on board. Tegan Knox, again, didn't quite make it into last year's edition of the game. Von Wagner and Zion Quinn. All superstars that we would love to have in this year's version of the game. As I have said, let us know down below what top superstar you would like to see in the game. Who's your number one choice? But without any further ado, we're going to go and have a look at the NXT talent that we would love to see in this year's edition of the game. And literally, we're on the WWE website now. We're straight out on the NXT website and the superstar roster, and there's just so many that we need to have. Amari Miller, why can't Amari Miller be in the game? We got Andre Chase last year, bizarrely the only one from Chase U faction, the Chase U faction. The Rock's daughter, why we're not getting Ava. Axiom and Baron Corbin we've had. Blair Davenport, I think she came out in DLC, we want her from day one. Boa we've had, but not in his most current up-to-date, most up-to-date, it escapes me. Here's, the character that he portrays. Someone fill the blank in for me there. Bron Breakker we've got. Bronco Nima, why can't we get Bronco? Brooks Jensen, we've got Channing Stacks. Charlie Dempsey would be a good one. Cora Jade we have had. Damon Kemp would be another fantastic one to have. Danny Palmer, Dante Chen, Dihak we've got. Drew Gulak. Dude Hudson, why wasn't he in the game? Eddie Thorpe would be good. Idris Enofe. Again, I'm just thinking storyline wise, it would be great to have all these young and upcoming superstars to really have maybe a rags to riches storyline. You're starting in NXT, working your way up, and before you know it, you've culminated that storyline in a WrestleMania 40 main event, winning the prestigious Raw or SmackDown titles. Elektra Lopez, I've been wanting her in the game for a long time because I do love to create the female superstars and their storylines as well. Fallon Henley, surely she's got to be in this year's edition. Gable Stevenson, surprised he didn't make it last year. Gigi's in. Guru Raj would be good. Hank Waller, again another superstar that I feel should be in this year's game. Ilya Dragunov is and has been in previous games. Jakara Jackson would be another good one. Javier Bernal. The Kofi brothers would be great. Joe Gacy's already been in the game. Josh Briggs, another one that would be good. Kalani Jordan, another one. Kiana James, again another superstar that hasn't been in the game before, but why? Lash Legend, again, surely she's got to be in it this year. Lexis King, what a great one he would be. Imagine pairing him up with Elias. Lola Vice, got to be. She is a superstar in her own right. Lucian Price, Lyra Valkyria, of course she'll be in the game. She's the NXT champion and probably will be NXT champion when the game comes out. Malik Blade, Mark Kofi, Mackenzie Mitchell, Maiko Saramura. I'm surprised Maiko wasn't in it last year. Top superstar in NXT. Nathan Frazier, another one that's missed out. Noam Dar wasn't in last year's edition of the game. Obafemi, what a power and a juggernaut he would be. Imagine him going up against Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman. Oro Mensah, Scripps would be another good one to have in there. Sol Ruka's got to be in there. Stevie Turner surely has to be in it. Tank Ledger, Tayton Paxley would be another good one. Thea Hale, I think she did come in as DLC right at the very last minute. Tiffany Stratton obviously in the game. Tony D'Angelo came in as DLC along with Trick Williams. Tyler Bate was in the game. Valentina Feroz, Vic Joseph, Wendy Chu has been in it previously. Wolfgang and Wesley have both been in it. Well, Wolfgang hasn't been in it before, but Wesley has. But out of all of these superstars, who is your number one choice to have in this year's edition of the game? For me, I think it's going to be Elektra Lopez, just because I think she's awesome. And moving on to the male superstar that I most want in the game, I'm going to go with Obafemi. I think he's awesome. Joe Gacy's already in, so I'm not going to go Joe Gacy. But yeah, just who would you like to see in this year's edition of the game? It's surely got to be the biggest roster, so surely we've got to go down to the developmental program NXT. But guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and of course, drop your comments down below. We've got so much WWE 2K24 news popping. You're going to have to subscribe to us to keep up with it all. Take care. Peace out. Bye for now.